and welcome to Ultium Cells. Ultium Cells is a joint venture between General Motors and LG Energy Solutions, where we mass produce battery cells for electric vehicles. We're a 2.8 million square foot site, which is over a half-mile long, where we're going to mass produce the battery cells. We broke ground in April of 2020 and are now at full production, actually surpassing a milestone of over 100 million cells. That's enough cells to circle the equator nearly 1.5 times. We're one of Northeast Ohio's largest employers at over 2,200 employees that work here to produce these cells. Come on inside and see what we do. Before we dive into the process, we're going to start with safety. Safety is one of our overriding priorities here at Ultium, and we treat it very seriously. We train our employees very specifically on PPE requirements and how to perform their tasks safely within their departments due to the unique nature of our process here. At Ultium Cells, we leverage high levels of automation and very cutting-edge technology to produce battery cells. We're broken into 3 main departments: electrode assembly and formation, which have all distinct characteristics for the manufacturing process. In these 3 processes, we start with electrode, where we're going to bring in all the raw materials, combine them together to make a liquid, and coat that onto metal. From there, we're going to take these strips of coated metal and stack them up to form a battery cell. Where the magic happens is in the formation process, which is an electrochemical reaction that happens over a period of time to make the battery cell become a battery cell and be able to charge and discharge. A career at Ultium Cells is more than just a job. It's an opportunity to grow, innovate, and be part of the future. Hear from some of our employees about what makes working here so exciting.
My name is Kenya Brooks. I'm the Talent Acquisition and Training Manager for Ultium. My job here is to support the talent strategy, training, learning and development for team members. Some of the positions that we recruit for typically are production operators, safety, maintenance, technicians, engineering, finance, accounting, payroll, human resources, communications, IT, and more. We're a joint venture between General Motors and LG, and we do draw from a diverse talent pool, and so we all work together, and it makes for an interesting and exciting work culture. I would suggest if you want to pursue a career in human resources, you should take employment law, you should take you're going to need psychology and sociology. You're going to need all those basic courses, but you also need some business courses because you want to be, able to have the conversations with your leaders. Whether it's a nonprofit or a for-profit organization, you need to understand how business works. I love when we're on college campuses and students are saying, well, my major is this. Would there be a job for me there? Absolutely. We're looking for people with a can-do attitude who want to learn. And so I love the fact that we're not limited in terms of the degree discipline, but we can look at the person and offer them an opportunity. If you have a can-do attitude and you're willing to learn new technology and you want to be on the forefront and you want to make history, this is the place for you.
My name is Devin Betza, and I am a crew lead in jig formation in the formation department. My main responsibility is monitoring the production floor and making sure that the production flow goes without any major downtime. So whether it is a machine issue or some material that they need or a refresher on some sort of process, that is my job to help them and resolve the issue. I went to Mahoning County Career and Technical Center for Information Technology. I do not actually have really any manufacturing experience, but it's not necessarily something that you need or is required to work in a job like this. There's really 2 areas of skills. There's the people side, because as a crew lead, you are for the people, you are supporting the people. But then there's also the equipment side. Our equipment is always evolving, so I made it a point when I first started to learn as much as I possibly can, so then I can take this information and teach the operators. What interests me about working in this industry is, one, being able to grow in such a new facility. If you're someone who likes to build computers or maybe develop software, this, that, it just really felt like a big playground, because now you are able to just go and learn these really cool autonomous machines and learn how to troubleshoot them yourself.
My name's Dimitri Callow, and my position here is a vision systems engineer. We have to take certain measurements, and we use computers and cameras to do all of that automatically. I have a bachelor's degree in industrial and systems engineering, and a lot of my work has been continuous improvement and process engineering in manufacturing facilities. I think as an engineer in this day of age, it's important for anyone to be good at just basic coding, knowing how to make a process better, statistics, and math, a lot of numbers. We're at the forefront of new technology all the time. It's not something you could just go on Google and be like, hey, how do you fix this type of battery? It's something that you have to come up and be creative on your own. So creativity sometimes isn't what you think of when you think of engineering, but you have to be creative in a field that's very new. This place is special because if you could think of EV battery manufacturing as a space race where all the car companies want to come up with the best, new, biggest battery, we're at the front of it. And we get to make the best battery possible in a large manufacturing scale, and that's new to North America.
Hi, my name is Jeremy Saw, and then my position is language specialist. And obviously here there's two kinds of culture and languages exist mainly, the Korean and English. I'm kind of go between, and then I try to just help them to communicate one another. Working together with engineer, operators, all levels, all kinds of people, then helping them to communicate better for the better good. I think it's just wonderful and fascinating. I was born and raised in Korea, and then came to United States, and then I get educated, and then ever since then I was here. The education background that I had was more like social science that prepares me to understand the different side of the business, different role, different culture. When things are collide and you are willing to understand both sides, try to even compromise, that type of conflict resolution type of mindset, I think that's really needed for the job. I really enjoy working together as one team. There's a really variety of culture, languages, and the different level of skill sets are here. I mean, this industry really excites me. I feel like this is the next generation technology.
We hope you enjoyed this inside look at Ultium cells. Whether you're interested in technology, engineering, business, or operations, there's a career here for you.